I'll crack a cold one.
Yeah. Don't twist my arm.
Oh, man. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 28.
Yeah. Wow.
Moving
Hope
right
y'all
along.
had a fantastic Memorial Day weekend.
Absolutely.
And of course, we're thankful for the fallen that fell for us.
So that we can enjoy weekends like that.
Exactly.
Shout out to them.
Had a great one.
Shout out to all you rounders out there. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch at AroundWTheBoys.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Twitch, we're live right now again.
Cheers.
What's up, chat? Episode 28 is here. Memorial Day weekend was this past weekend. Kind of took a little hiatus.
Yeah. We held back a little bit. We didn't really go too hard.
Well, and what really kind of sucked for us was the weather was just terrible.
Yeah, the weather
It
wasn't
was
that
cold,
great.
man. It was kind of shitty everywhere, to be honest. But
Yeah.
it didn't really feel like a true Memorial Day weekend.
It didn't, but we did. We did go to a little party. We went to. It was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, if you remember from the
Seth's wife Merritt had a surprise kind of like baby shower for him.
Yeah,
because they're having a boy, and
Yep.
so because for the girl they did the little, the cutesy stuff, and Seth had to do all this whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then for the boy, she set up some tea times for us. We went and played golf. Went hard in that.
Yeah, I was supposed to play, but I did something to my lower back, and literally yesterday was the first day I could walk normally.
Hey, look, backs are no joke.
But if you guys listened to the very first episode of Around with the Boys, the
Mhm.
child's first birthday, same family, completely redeemed herself on the cake. It was amazing.
Yeah, this cake was delicious. It wasn't chocolate, but still the icing was immaculate.
Yeah, and it was just your typical yellow cake. It was just
Dude, it was
everything there, and of course
That's
the
what it
spread
needed
was
to be.
great.
Listen, that barbecue.
Holy moly, it was
out of
homemade.
control.
So it was actually for Ross and his best friend Seth.
Yeah.
They both had little girls within a couple months of each other, and now they're both having little boys. So it's pretty cool for them, as
Crazy how that happens.
as homies, But it was for both of them, and they had a picture. It was like a prom pose that they took on the cake, which was awesome. But Ross's father-in-law, he smoked that pork and made it homemade.
Yeah,
And
it was some of the best barbecue I've had in a while.
Oh, dude! And there was so much of it. They
Yeah.
I took some home.
Dude, that was the thing, man. I had a little, slight buzz from golf.
Right.
Which, by the way, dude, we played at Castle Bay. The winds were blowing. This is a links course. The winds were blowing 25 miles an hour out there.
That course is already hard as it is. It would throw the wind in it,
yeah.
you're screwed.
And one of the guys we play with, let's call him the G-Man,
Mhm.
he had us playing from the tips and that shit.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's
He's
a
like,
G-Man.
golf is already harder than shit already. The
Dude.
Spaniard guy.
And the G-Man, that's typical from him. I wish you guys could be. He's hilarious.
Yeah, we might can get him on here one day.
Yeah, he would come on here and talk. He loves.
But dude, I tell you what, we went to that party that I had 3 plates of that barbecue, a whole lot of that cake. Because dude, people were cutting the cake
Yeah.
and they were leaving the outer rim of the icing, the outline of the cake.
Yeah.
I let it go a couple times and I looked around and I was like, fuck this, dude. I scraped that whole fucking side up, scraped the plates up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was delicious.
What else is cool is they just had a pool put in their
Yeah, so we got to get in
backyard.
the pool.
And Seth was in there. We're all in there chilling. And now, mind you, this is you're not doing laps in this pool, okay?
Mm-mm.
It's tiny.
This is a cool off kind of deal.
Exactly. It's perfect for standing in there and drinking beers or
Yeah.
playing with your kid.
Yeah.
And he was sitting there. He just looked around smiling. I'm like, what's up? He's like, man, this is the first time people have been in the pool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit, I guess that's right. But he's like, it's only the 4th time I've been in it. I said, damn, you've had the thing for fucking 3 months.
Well, it hadn't been the hottest ever. But what was hilarious, all of us that played golf had a mean golf tan going.
A lot of rednecks in there.
Yeah, a lot of rednecks.
Literally rednecks.
Yeah, dude.
Man, it was awesome. So, yeah, that was a great time. Today, we got a couple things on the docket.
Mm-hmm. What we got?
We're going to start off with an esports news story that actually just broke a couple hours ago,
Okay.
which is game changer. That's a lot of business involved in that, too, which is cool. Coach K retired. Retiring, right, after next year. NBA playoffs. We're going to review LeBron's bitch ass. Floyd fight. NHL. And then a lot of concerts were announced this last week. And I know we talked about it a couple episodes ago, but we're fucking back.
Yeah, now shit is real. I mean, it's going down. But yes, I think that's about all of it. But you know who I thought about? We need to have Cody McAllister on here.
He would listen
because that man, he could talk NBA basketball all day.
And his Facebook posts,
oh, he's relentless.
He's relentless, and he signs it thanks management, like he's talking to everybody.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But I'm trying to convince him to start a Twitter. I'm like, dude,
he should.
these are all great tweets.
Yeah.
You know, and like he's like, oh, I don't understand how to use the thing, which I get it.
Dude, we'll get there. But look, if you want to see some legit basketball opinions, check out Cody McAllister's Facebook.
Yeah, he's deep in it.
Look him up. So yeah, we might have him on, but regardless, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. So first one, esports. So a news story broke today that pro esports team TSM, stands for Team Solo Mid, based in LA. They are like one of the biggest and longest lasting esports teams. Zach actually sent me the article, which made me want to talk about it today.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, dude, they've been around for years, like one of the original ones. They have teams in over 10 different gaming leagues. It's like they're in it all, right? Forbes valued them last year.
Like multiple kinds of games?
Oh yeah. Like Call of Duty, League of Legends. League of Legends is like how they started, but you name it. Like they're all at Fortnite, the whole deal. And they were valued at $410 million last year.
Like this group.
This team.
This team. How many people are on this team? Because I'm a guy, I don't really play video games. Most people, well, not most, but I bet a lot of people listen haven't.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I do know most like gaming teams are 4 to 6 players.
Okay.
Right, so multiply that by the amount of teams they have across all the games. Probably
yeah, because that was going to be my next question.
Probably like 100.
Is this the same squad on all these different games? Or they got
no.
You got different ringers for each game.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's like it would be like I don't know, I guess a big sports group here that has a team in the NFL, a team in the MLB, whatever.
Yeah, I got it.
At any rate, this all started because one of the co-founders of TSM, Andy Din, sent a Twitter DM to an executive member of FTX. So the deal is FTX is doing a deal which stands for Future Traders Exchange. It's a Hong Kong-based up-and-coming cryptocurrency exchange. They are doing a 10-year, $210 million deal with TSM, esports team TSM. TSM is now changing their name to FTX TSM, I believe is what it is. TSM FTX. So that is now their esports name.
What is that deal? What is that in US dollars or is that in
That is in US dollars. That is $21 million a year in US dollars to literally put the FTX naming rights on the sports teams.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious.
So to put this in perspective, right? Citibank does a deal with the New York Mets. Citi Field is where the Mets play. That deal is $21 million a year.
Gotcha.
MetLife, the Jets and Giants, that's a $19 million a year. And then Barclays with the Brooklyn Nets is $20 million a year. The difference here is that they had to change their name. So, like, instead of the New York Metropolitans who play at Citi Field, essentially it would be the New York Metropolitans Citi Field, or the New York Citi Field Metropolitans.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is a little different because it's esports.
Yeah.
Regardless,
a
video game team is getting paid $21 million a year by a sponsor.
And I'd like to see a chart of like the progression of, so when esports first got on the scene, I bet it looks just like Bitcoin. Like nothing.
Boom.
You know?
So here you go. I got some numbers. So 57 million people in North America watched an esports event just last year.
57 million?
Watched an esports event in 2020 in North America.
Like, wait, an event or like
watched
at one point watched
at one point watched an event.
Okay. Because I thought you like a Super Bowl, you have X amount of viewers.
Yeah.
I'm about to say if that was one event, they crushed all that combined.
No, I mean I do know like the Fortnite World Cup or whatever they had. There was millions. I mean, dude, these streamers.
Yeah.
Nick Merckx. I was watching him yesterday, day before. He had 74,000 people watching him.
Dude, that's insane. And like I'm not the biggest technology guy, right? But the other day I was at the house watching Denny watch this streamer who's sitting there literally doing the what's it called? Slot machines.
Oh, he was probably watching Tfue.
Yeah, some Canadian
QXC.
guy. He wears shades and gets fucked up, and like he's snapping his fingers and just gambling his face off, and it was entertaining as shit.
Yeah, there's a guy. I think it's QXC. I'd have to double check, but he was a huge, like one of the best Overwatch players.
Yeah,
and he got banned or something. I don't know all the story. My brother James knows, but he sent me. He goes, dude, go to his stream and sent me a link to it.
Yeah,
and he's on there spinning slots.
Dude.
And dude, he's spinning $200 spins. That's how much money these guys make. He preloaded 30 grand wire transfer into his account, lost it all, did another 30 grand, and was in there spinning. He dropped it down. He was down to like, I want to say like $1,600.
Yeah.
And dropped it down to $40 spins, and hit a spin that was every icon. It's a $40 spin. He won $120,000.
Damn.
On stream.
Yeah.
Mind you, there's probably people going, "Oh, I can do that too," and now they're going to waste their life savings doing that shit.
Oh, it's fucking over.
But like,
you got to have some money.
That's the amount of money this man has to sit and play video games in his room.
Yeah, well, people are paying to watch that to watch him just go nuts with it.
Go nuts.
I mean, because this Canadian dude I was watching the other day was honestly hilarious. Like, I mean, my man was vibing the whole time, and like I wanted to be there with him. That's like what he brought to the table. So I could see. I'm just saying I could see how people, especially from being at home all year, could just get on their phone. You could just watch. You can be entertained all day by these streamers.
It's incredible, and those dudes are putting on live performances.
Yeah,
by themselves in their room, just like we're doing right now.
Yeah, but
speaking of, if you're watching us, throw some questions in the chat. We're gonna get to that.
Oh yeah, so like we're gonna try to do this Twitch thing a little more often. You know, we'll have it go live on here, and so if you want to follow us while we do live, while we do the show live, throw some questions, some comments, and what we'll do, we'll circle back at the end and then hit those up. So
yeah, and we're gonna push the Twitch thing because the other night I was playing FIFA with the boys, and I was streaming it, and I had like I think 3 viewers, which was people I was playing with who just had to stream up on their phones. And we're in the middle of a game.
FIFA, right?
FIFA 21, pro clubs. So every player plays their own position, and like you stay in that position. My guy's name is Veit Iverson. Mm-hmm. At any rate, we lost like 3-2, and I wasn't paying attention. I was focused on the game.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I look at my other screen, and the chat is just loaded. I was like, what the fuck? And I got raided. Which is like, now being rated on stream means a streamer has all these people watching him, and he goes, let's raid another channel. So he brings all of his viewers to your channel. Yeah. Which is awesome. Like, that's what you want, right? That's really cool. Like, I've seen big streamers raid people who have like 4 viewers. Yeah. And then next thing you know, they have 6,000 and they're like losing their minds.
Yeah, because Thomas with Nerdstoke.
Yeah.
He told us about raiding the other day.
Yep, exactly.
And so you got raided.
So I got raided.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know it for like
the whole game?
10 minutes. And so next thing you know, I finally see it, and there's all these people in the chat. They're like, you don't even know he's getting raided, like clown. I'm like, yeah, I'm a clown for that. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And sorry, you distracted by my
but I say, but the shirt is not a clown. So
no, this shirt is hard.
Like that shirt, I'm jealous of it.
Shout out to my brother Ryan for this.
Yeah.
But anyway, they call me a clown and shit. And like one guy's like, give the guy a break. The lads need him, right? Like he's in the game. So I notice it. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. We go into the next game on FIFA, and there's still like probably 18, 19 people watching us.
Yeah.
We go down 4-0 at halftime.
Oh.
We produce the world's greatest comeback and end up winning 5-4.
Damn.
In front of these people.
Yeah.
All because I had 2 assists and 2 goals in the second half. I put a free kick in with the outside of my right foot, curled it away into the goal. I went nuts. I put together a highlight video. It's like 4.5 minutes long.
Player of the game.
I'll put it on the Instagram. It was wild.
So anyway, check our Twitch out more often. Johnny's he's a gamer, so he'll be on there gaming.
Yeah, and I'll promise I'll pay attention to the chat.
He'll pay attention from now. He won't slip like that again. And he's a great gamer.
Yeah.
No, you are. You're pretty good.
Yeah, I know the ins and outs, but I know what to do. I'm just not as good as I once was. Which it's because so many people have access to it now, and all these young kids are just dominating. Yeah. But it is what it is.
So to get back to this...
which is crazy, right?
To these guys.
So esports derived from this...
Now, this squad or whatever, this brand, so they obviously had to come up, so they're just doing mad tournaments and just beating the shit out of people?
Yep, and establish themselves, and when you win money, you can literally find kids like, yo, you want to be part of the squad? I'll sponsor your buy-ins and all this, and then next thing you know, it's like, and then of course you get investors, right? Like Rick Fox, a basketball player for the Lakers back in the day. He about 10 years ago invested in an esports team because he saw it coming, and called Echo Fox. Echo Fox is a huge team now. So like, if you find someone,
I like the name.
If you find someone who believed in the vision back then, who had money, you're good to go. But now everyone's like trying to get on it because it's.
Dude, that's the thing. All right, so just quick tangent, because I'm a big tangent guy. Everybody always calls like the outlier like crazy. They're like, "Oh, dude, you're why do you spending money on people playing video games?
Mm-hmm.
You're an idiot." Da 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 da. And it only takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And then boom, he made it.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that, and like, there's so many examples of that in history.
Right.
But the one I was watching, which is badass, y'all might enjoy this out there, but it was about the Japanese like samurai sword.
Mm.
Okay, so prior to that sword, they had blades on both sides of the sword and had a tip, like a triangle tip at the top, right?
Okay.
Those were the swords for like ever.
Uh-huh.
Until this one guy who was a blacksmith was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna figure out to make the best sword." Dude, him and his apprentice basically stay in the house for like a month, and then come out like a month later, didn't talk to anybody or whatever, and like revealed this sword. They had the blade on one side,
right,
and all that like the samurai sword you see today.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like, "What? Like, what is this? Like, you're an idiot." Da 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 da. Next battle, he goes out there and just slices the shit out of everybody, and then everybody wants that sword. And like, then he got to meet the emperor, and that was the official sword. And that sword hasn't changed. Like, from that point on, there was not another sword that they used. And it's like, it just goes to show you,
Yeah, and think about it now. Because of that,
the
modern day knife is one-sided, unless you like get a switchblade or some shit.
I mean, and there's
I'm saying like a utensil, like a eating knife.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No one has double-sided.
No
steak knives.
No, but it was just kind of funny. Like, these guys, if you study, there's a whole thing on Netflix about like how the island of Japan and how there was all these different tribes, so to say, that would war against each other all the time to see who would be top of the empire, kind of deal. Dynasties, not tribes, but anyway, it was just interesting as shit. But so what I've learned, especially from this Bitcoin shit, if somebody like their idea seems a little crazy, and everybody's heckling them, like, it might be worth dropping a couple dollars into. Yeah, because that guy might be right as hell.
Yeah, I mean, like, people back in 2010 were called crazy because no one's ever going to use a decentralized currency on the internet. What are you, stupid?
Yeah.
Well,
and we saw the first Bitcoin ATM machine in Florida when we went and saw that game.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was 2017. So almost 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm. We saw, like, literally it looked like an ATM machine, but like it said Bitcoin on it. Yeah, like this big clunky fucking thing. And this was in a random ass restaurant bar deal.
Yeah, it was like a right on like in the Orlando Strip near the stadium and shit.
And we were like, "Oh, look at that! We should have known right then and there. Get into it, and stay."
Yeah, because back then the beginning. Sorry, was it the beginning? End of 2016.
It was like almost 5 years ago now.
Yeah, when Bitcoin went from $8,000 to 20.
Oh, you talking about that jump? Oh,
I forget if it was end of 2016 or end of 2017. Either way.
Yeah.
But when we saw it, it was like $6,000 or $7,000.
Yeah, but we should have went. All right, this could do something.
Yeah.
And now the reason I think it's falling now is like, man, the government's sitting there going, well, fuck this, man. This is like the U.S. dollar is getting weak.
So to tie this all together, the company that just did this deal, $210 million, is a cryptocurrency exchange platform.
Exactly. That's why I asked you, would they do the deal in U.S. dollars or?
Yeah, U.S. dollars. But because you're
but I think
that exchange platform makes money on fees every single transaction.
You just wait, man. And this is not even getting political. This is just a fact. Government will get involved in that shit and regulate it.
I know. And then it's going to be over for a lot of people.
And it's not going to be worth as much. Like, it might. I don't know. Look, don't take my advice on that. Don't sell your shit. Like, I'm just telling you, government is going to want theirs.
Yeah, and
it's coming.
You just be on the lookout, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's cool. So Captain DW, Denny, his dad is mining it now. That and Ethereum. Yeah. And he said you cannot find graphics cards anywhere, which is why I think NVIDIA and AMD stocks have the rise of video games. Yeah, sure. But then it dawned on me, oh my God, so many people are trying to mine crypto, and you need the best of the best graphics cards to do it.
You do.
And
the only thing is you better, like, you need to go
AMD, not AMC. Okay?
Yeah. Go full throttle with that because, like, it takes a lot of power, a lot of electricity to mine that shit.
Well, that's what Elon said. it's not environmentally.
It's not, dude. If you, and that's the thing, man. Like, see, people don't realize oil. Like, you need oil for a lot of different things, not just for cars.
Right.
Okay, you need oil to make like basic shit.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the type of oil it's called, but it's a broken down different. But it's still oil. Like
it's still a natural. It's still
like you would lose so many products that you have right now if you didn't have oil. And so this thing is burning the shit out of electricity to mine these things.
Right.
Which you
no,
need the energy.
exactly.
Like,
That's
so
certainly not. It's not using renewable solar energy. I can tell you that.
Not one iota.
Or batteries.
Not
that's
one
just
bit.
Not going to happen.
But at the same time, you still need oil to make those pieces of equipment.
Yeah, so that's where like other smaller coins are like starting to make their case as environmentally efficient and safe. So, but the Bitcoin people like came out and were like, "We're on it."
Yeah, I'm sure
they know,
and I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
But that's just one of the things you don't think about. Like, how the hell is Bitcoin using that much energy?
Yeah, it's crazy, and like,
and it is.
There's like a big oil and gas industry company near North Face, the clothes.
Yeah,
their headquarters, right? North Face is very outspoken about oil and gas industry and all this shit, right?
Yeah.
And well, they were like, all right, so they bought a billboard and put it right outside their headquarters, and it was like, hey, that's a pretty nice North Face puffy jacket you got there. Took a lot of oil and gas to make that.
Yeah.
The oil and gas, and I was like, oh shit, and because I mean, listen, you want to talk down, and the money affects everything, and I think we are on a very good route of figuring out how to do things the right way. But at the end of the day, you're always going to need it, which is why we need it, because we need to conserve, right?
Yeah.
But
you got two choices. You got keep living your life now,
mm-hmm.
and like this comfortability, and we progress further in that, or you say, fuck it all. It's not worth it. We all just need to live in huts.
Yeah.
Okay, because one way or the other, we are going to fuck up the environment. There is no way we're not going to.
Right. It's about
you get what I'm saying?
How we can fix or try to.
Yeah, and like first off, you can't
maintain.
control. One thing I've learned in life, you can't control life, man. You can control, like you could get better at something, but like again, you're gonna have to sacrifice something else. And I'm just of the mindset that I don't think other countries, i.e. China, Russia, are gonna be on the same playing field.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not gonna participate in that. So I just don't think the just fuck it all and be natural is a viable option.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It would
be tough.
It's a rock and a hard place with pollution, but that's a whole other thing. And I'm not even trying to get political there. I'm just talking about just in generalities.
Damn right.
But anyway.
So yeah, the biggest esports deal. I mean, that's massive. That's going to open the doors for a lot.
And I think that's great because I like the esports thing because of the kids that love sports but aren't athletic enough to play.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're
but
better.
But they still have a competitive advantage.
They have they have the competitive streak in them, and they just so happen to be good at electronics.
Yeah.
Like I think that's good for them. Like if I had a son that didn't have an athletic bone in his body, but was good at that, I would push the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Not just to try to get rich, but like, dude, you still, all right, look, you learn the value of team play, communication, not giving up. I mean, all the same values of sports are still there. It's just on a damn screen.
Yeah. I saw a thing now. It's like parents 15 years ago, and it was like a mom yelling at her kid to get off the game. And now it's like parents nowadays, like get inside and get better at Fortnite or some shit like that.
Well, it's funny because I remember 10 years ago, the whole thing was, video games are so violent, it's making our kids violent. But like, movies, and I just remember that in college because like I had to write a paper on it.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Grand Theft Auto caught so much slack.
And so my whole thing was at the time, and I still feel this way, like, no, dude, no. It's literally, it's the person.
Well, it's the environment that kid's growing up in.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of factors, yes. Will a video game, it's just like you watch a movie and you come out and you feel like, let's say you watch a Western and you come out of the movie theater and you kind of like, man, I want to be a cowboy. Like I could see.
Yeah, dude. I watch Rambo and be like, I can survive in the woods.
Yeah, so like I could see how there's a correlation. But in reality, when you get out there, I forgot who was talking to me about it the other day, but like they were saying at the end of the day, people might not be moral, but they don't want to face the consequence of being immoral, i.e. jail, prison. Right. Like your life's fucked.
Right.
So they're going to stay checked in.
Yeah.
But now with this, like this whole time, kids are getting good at these shoot 'em up games, and now it's a fucking sport.
Yeah, and like,
so like we were bashing something that we could have instead of bashing and making it the boogeyman, could have made it a little more positive.
Right. And I was just looking at something here. The kid who won the Fortnite World Cup,
Man.
Ooh, I don't know if y'all heard that thunder, but it's been
hopefully the broadcast will continue.
Yeah, so the kid who won the Fortnite World Cup, it was the year before 2019, before the pandemic.
Yeah.
It was a huge event in a stadium. You know the whole deal. His name's Bugha.
Bugha?
Bugha. That's his online name.
Yeah.
16 years old.
Yeah.
Champion. $3 million winnings.
Mm-hmm.
At 16. Like, and that's the thing. There's kids on here streaming that are under 18, and like, yeah, all the money. I mean, listen, Twitch, all that's, they're owned by gigantic companies. Twitch is owned by Amazon.
Yeah.
You deal with the Guardian, they get paid. Nick Merckx, who I was talking about, who had 75,000 people watching him, he was like, it was rebranding day, so he changed a bunch of stuff for his brand and whatever. And he was like, bro, the subs are flooding in right now, which is subscriptions.
Yeah.
Now, he is at the level where he gets basically, I think, 98% of every sub.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if someone were to sub to us, we would get, I think, 50%. One sub for 1 month is $4.99.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, bro, we've gotten like 2,500 subs in the last 2 hours. 2,500 times 5.
Well, yeah, but like you said before, like you could do just a month subscription or
whatever. But that's what I'm saying though, is that like there's so many people out there. He's making it because he drives a Lamborghini. He lives in a big ass. I mean, he's crushing it. There are a lot of people out there making good money. Yeah, playing video games or doing whatever.
No, yeah, and I think like Thomas doing his little experiments in his garage and doing these trips and all that kind of stuff.
There's one guy that he was called the mobile DJ. I found him today.
Yeah,
and he has a DJ deck strapped around his neck, like a concession guy, like, hey, beer, I thought like that. And he's walking around, and he's got a camera, like a selfie stick, and he's broadcasting live, and he's DJing, walking through the street with a microphone and everything.
That's awesome,
hilarious. And how many people were watching this morning? 1,100. I was one of them.
And dude, that's good shit though, because not everybody has the stones, me included, to do that. I'm not gonna walk down the street with a fucking a damn DJ set around my neck and a camera. I'm not going to do that.
And he had it hooked like a little speaker that was on his back.
But for fuck's sake, if I'm sitting at home in this rainy day, I'll check that guy out.
Dude, I sent it to Em. I was like, look at this guy. She's like, this is hilarious.
And that's what I find fascinating about this Twitch shit. Like, man, yeah, I'm not on it, but like when I do get on Instagram, I'm like trying to get followers for this thing and all. I'll get lost on there looking at these little videos.
Oh, so and it's like so this
but
live
it makes
thing
it
was
makes,
on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly, but it makes me understand like, okay, so if I could sit on here and I could just literally, once this little bit of entertainment that I'm watching gets the slight bit boring, next. Oh, look at this. Next. But at the same time, the person who's getting that view isn't, or the person I was originally watching isn't really losing much, because there's another guy that's just like me. It's working down the line and is going to land on that guy.
Right.
So I understand how these guys are like. People,
and if it's good, the more people will stay, and it just builds.
Because the first thing people said, like, well, we're going to do this podcast. Like, there's 1,000 podcasts. It's like, well, no shit.
Yeah.
But look at how many people are on the planet, and look at how many have internet. And that's what I keep going at. And we'll look to prove this point. I want to shout out all the listeners around the world, just because I'm proud of this.
Yeah.
All right. This is the countries.
This is wild.
This is the countries that have listened to us. I've never even left the country, but my voice and my image has, which is wild to think about. All right. Germany, the United Kingdom, Czech Republic, Ireland, Switzerland, Canada, Netherlands, Tanzania, Philippines, and Australia.
Around with the boys worldwide.
But I'm just saying, like, think about that. And now these cats, like, I would like to see, like that DJ guy, like where all those people were from.
Well, so he was doing it from London.
Okay. And you're over here watching American, you know, like a mad American.
Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock this morning. He's like, lovely afternoon. I was like, this is awesome.
And it's even funnier that he's over there.
What was even the kicker was that he was DJing good music. And he had this little microphone that he whipped out from underneath. I didn't see it at first. And like 20 seconds into it, he like whips it out. He's like, party. He's like, how's everybody doing?
Yeah.
And he's just walking, and there's like these little kids feeding ducks next to a pond. He's like, Madame. Putting the mic in her face. She's like 2 years old. He's like, okay, great. Keeps going. Like, I was like, man, you know what would make this better if he was on rollerblades, but then it's really dangerous.
Oh, dude, but that'd be skillful. If he was on rollerblades, DJing it up, that'd be impressive.
But so like the Twitch thing with everything being live, and you can watch everything like Instagram live, TikTok live, Facebook live, YouTube live. Everyone realizes that the live entertainment is the money. I mean, you can make content videos all day.
It's
which
it's
is
true.
great.
It also, you know what kind of I related to. So you're watching let's call it a football game, and you see a good tackle happen live.
Yeah.
Okay, you watch the replay. It's not as cool. Even if they obviously in football they always make it a slower, like a slowed down version replay, which pisses me off.
Yeah.
But even when they do it live speed, it's still not as cool because when you're watching it live, you're not expecting it. So it's that, you watch the replay and you're like, oh shit, yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you remember when we were living at Charter?
Yeah.
And we watched the SEC championship, Alabama Auburn, and Alabama went. This is a classic college football play. Alabama went for the 50-something yard field goal.
Yeah.
And it came up short, and that Auburn player caught and ran it back.
Yep, I remember that.
To win the game as time expired.
Yeah.
And we watched it live. Debo was there and everything.
Yeah.
And we were losing our minds.
Yeah.
And every time I see the replay, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is an awesome play. And I know exactly where I was.
Yeah, because it leaves that stamp on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, so there's something to say for live footage.
And now it's just the live footage these kids watching these dudes playing makes them want to play. And next thing you know, we got tons of kids under 20 years old making money crushing video games, and people don't take it as a joke anymore.
No, it's crazy,
which is awesome. And this deal right here that went down today, so esports is here.
Well, it's amazing how quick it happened. I mean, but it was also, it was on pace with technology as is, like the rate of technology.
Yeah, the pandemic just absolutely sped it up.
Oh, it skyrocketed a lot. The pandemic changed the entire world on multiple facets. We could spend 3 podcasts talking about that.
You could dedicate a whole semester class to how it changed things. Truly, some for the worse and a lot for the better. Listen, 2020 sucked, but really, like, in terms of if you exclude the pandemic, wasn't really that bad of a year. Like, a lot of things excelled.
I mean,
it depends on how you look at it.
Well, yeah, it depends on what happened to you too.
Yeah, that's true. Which I'm not saying anything like,
Yeah.
If you had a bad year, then I'm sorry. Whatever. So yeah, that's that. Moving on. The legend Coach K is retiring after next season. Former player and 4 or 5 year assistant John Shire will be taking over the Duke men's basketball program.
Okay.
As only the 20th coach in Duke history.
I like that though.
Because Coach K, 41 years.
Yeah.
At Duke.
Yeah, but
5 at Army first, and then to Duke.
But as a coach, like, because I've coached soccer, I would like the fact that they don't just churn them and burn them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for that assistant coming in, I'm like, I bet he's like, not only is it an honor, it's like, dude, okay, they won't just leave me out to dry after the first year because they know Coach K. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully,
he's gonna get 3 years.
Look, I'm a Carolina basketball fan, but I respect Duke because I'm from North Carolina.
It's also the best rivalry, like literally.
It is, and I appreciate my whole childhood. Like, everything was all based, or a lot of it. That was a big deal in it. You know what I mean? But I just like, that's one thing I wish Roy would have done, though. I wish he would have stayed this one last year so he could have fans in the stands that one last time.
Yeah, I thought he would.
To give him a proper salute.
Yeah.
And that was that's how I felt about Drew Brees. When he retired, I'm like, dude, just give it one more.
Yeah.
You don't have to play the whole year, dude.
I know, that's the thought I keep having in my head for Harry Kane.
Yeah, but let
the fans see you.
Yeah, get your proper salute, man, because you earned it. And I don't even look at that as an ego thing, man. It's like, dude, you have a lot of people all across this country that looked up to you, respect you. They want to see you out there that one last time.
Yeah, man. I mean, the amount of joy Drew Brees brought to the people in New Orleans after the hurricane.
Oh yeah, dude.
He changed lives, dude.
And they would absolutely. I bet you people would show up to the stadium and be outside by watching the big screen just to see him like walk off for that last time. And that's how I feel about, Roy leaving too. Yep. Like, you should just give it one more, especially because you're not getting the shit beat out of you. I get it, you got pressure and all that, but
I wish he would have for this reason. The very final regular season college basketball game that Coach K will coach, now pending, you have the ACC tournament and the tournament, but the last regular season game is UNC at Duke.
Yeah.
Now I'm here to tell you right now, you better rob 3 fucking banks if you want to buy a ticket to that shit.
Oh, for sure.
Because that's going to be probably one of the most must-watch games.
Sought out, like,
seats.
I mean,
which, so, like, if Roy stayed...
Dude, that would have been classic.
But their last game ever is against each other, which is fitting because, like, the overall
Dude, I'll be honest with you,
identical.
I wonder if that schedule was out before Roy hung it up.
I don't know.
Because if I was him and I saw that schedule, I'm like, fuck this.
All right, one more year.
Yeah, like, dude,
pick up the phone. I'm
like,
fucking.
all right,
back.
look, you can still be head coach after I'm gone.
Yeah, we're just gonna push it.
But
I'll pay you for this.
I need
year.
this
You're
last
gonna
one.
get paid. Yeah. But no, Coach K, man.
So here, yeah, let's
most
hit some facts.
most all time
on him.
NCAA wins, 1,170.
Mm-hmm.
He has. This is disgusting numbers. 5 national championships, 12 Final Fours, 97 tournament wins. Mind you, you can only play a maximum of 6 games per tournament, and that's if you win the national championship or make it to the championship game.
Yeah.
So, like, all the times that they didn't, I mean, 97 tournament wins, that's a lot.
That's incredible.
It's an incredible number. I also think he's the best USA men's Olympic basketball team coach we have had. He has 5 gold medals there.
Yeah.
2 as an assistant and 3 as the head coach.
So, yeah, he was an assistant on the Dream Team.
Yep, and I believe he took over.
And it's like he should be there because, like, you know.
And, like, when those teams were unstoppable in 08 and all that, like, everyone loved Coach K.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And even watching, like, the behind-the-scenes stuff that he does for the players and everything, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible career.
Dude, he's a real cat, man. Like, he went to West Point.
Yeah.
He played ball there. And, you know, obviously you go to West Point. I mean, you're in the military afterwards. So he did his time in the military, came back. And, yeah, he was an assistant coach because he coached. Bobby Knight coached him at West Point.
Yeah,
he was
which is wild.
He's his coach. And it's like, okay, this is a greatness thing happening here.
Yeah.
It's funny how the stars align, you know, for shit like
really
that.
Weird.
And
now he coached John Shire, and now he's taking over.
Exactly. And so, like, you know, he went to West Point, I think it was like 5 years, and then signed to Duke in 1980.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, the rest is history. But it's just wild that he, like, you know, he learned under Bobby Knight, like, and that's a no-nonsense bastard right there.
Some nonsense. Throwing chairs on the fucking
No, what
floor.
I'm saying, like,
No, I know what you mean.
his way or
No
the highway.
bullshit. Yeah,
like, don't fuck around.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he got to be under that. It's just interesting, like, the path things take, you know.
I think the most impressive thing over his 41-year career, too, is that he never got caught for cheating. Because they all did it.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
The press conference, though, the other day. So, Cascada, I believe, is the DJ. It's like, every time we touch, we get this feeling. Yeah. So they play that song in Cameron Indoor when the players run out and, like, the students do, like, this whatever.
Yeah.
They, like, clap, and then when the beat drops, they do, like, this ta-ta-ta thing.
Yeah.
And so they played the song for him coming out to his press conference, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
And, like, 3 girls stood up and, like, did the thing.
Yeah, I noticed there was one little kid at the front row that kept looking back like, yeah, I like this.
Yeah,
you know?
Oh, should I stand up? Should I stand up?
Yeah.
And, like, listen, I don't know. I've been to a Virginia Tech at Duke game. Their student body, I won't even comment on it, but it's just, I thought it was, like, hilarious. Like, wait a minute. This dude's a legend.
Yeah, it was a little pitiful looking.
Yeah, like
that's the feeling I got. I was like, this is very lackluster,
dude. For Frank Beamer's press conference,
yeah,
standing O.
Exactly.
Like, why are you guys not? What baffled me is that only 3 or 4 people stood up, and then it took 30, 40 seconds for people to, like, join in standing up.
Yeah, I didn't.
Come on, dude.
It was a weird thing, and again, but see, Duke was real hardcore on this whole COVID deal. Like, they didn't play a lot of games I mean, they were hardcore, so maybe it was a limited, you know, who can get in here press conference type deal, but
fine. If there's 40 people in there, all 40 should be standing for this man.
Oh, they should. And so I don't understand that. And again, it goes back to my point. I just think, you know, go out with a standing no. Like you just said, Frank Beamer. See, like, everybody loved and respected that guy. A shit ton of people love and respect Coach K.
Yeah.
Get the sound off you deserve, man.
But I do think every game, and, like, it'll be cool to see his kind of, it's like the farewell tour type shit. Like, Beamer announced, I think it was either right before the first game of the season.
Yeah.
And everyone knew, every Hokie fan was like, all right, Beam, like, this is the last one for you, Chief. And before the first game, he said, this will be my last season. I'm stepping down. Because he knew it was time. And everyone loved him so much more for it. Because, 1, he didn't have to get forced out. 2, he still lives in Blacksburg.
Yeah.
But you got to see him. It was like a farewell thing. So I think he will get the respect.
Oh, dude, for sure. He'll get it. You watch it at the end of the games.
That press conference was like...
Yeah, that's one to be forgotten. But I just... You'll see at the end of the games, man, the other team's coaches come up, give the proper respect to other players and all that. I mean, if you think about it from a player perspective, dude, you'll be the last from the people who get to play against him. Be the last person to play against Coach K.
Incredible honor.
Yeah.
And even just to like, like these small schools that they play, there's probably one kid who's like really good.
Yeah.
And after that game, even if they still lose by 30, Coach K is probably still walking up that kid going, "Hey, kid."
Yeah. Because I still remember to this day, like my travel team, we went to a couple summer camps up at Duke, and my coach he coached Duke soccer.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like he was assistant, and then he was head coach, da-da-da.
Mhm.
Anyway, we got to meet Coach K one day when we were up there.
Oh, no kidding.
Because, yeah, we went up there, we were training, and then we were leaving, and he was going somewhere to some meeting. And, Coach was like, Al Pastore was my coach. He was like, said, "Hey," and he was like, "Hey," and he came over, he was like, "How you guys doing?" And we're like, "Oh, yeah, good, that's great," We're like 12 years old.
Yeah.
But it was sick, because then he took us through, like, the trophy rooms and all that shit they had around there.
Yeah, I've been in there.
And it was awesome. Like, we just saw the guy that got all this shit. And it's like, man, it really got you jacked up.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I ever played on turf fields, because they had turf fields up there.
Oh, wow.
And it was weird because they were all like, yeah, this was made out of old recycled cleats. We're like, what the fuck? So anyway, that was just a whole cool thing.
But being like face to face with something, because like Beamer used to walk around, even when I was there, he would go on walks with like the offensive coordinator or whatnot.
Yeah.
You'd be walking to class and he'd be walking.
And that's cool.
And you're like, "Hey, coach." "Hey, son, how are you?" And you're like, "God damn, like he is."
What's greatness? You're looking at greatness.
Yeah.
And there's a respect for that. And you respect them even more when they act like they're not great.
and he never did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so cool. Anyway, so Coach K, that'll be fun to watch this year. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. Sticking to the basketball though, LeBron James. Oh my God!
Can you beer me?
Absolutely crushed by the Suns last night.
And if you listened to the podcast last week, we were saying the Suns.
Yeah, they said Devin Book was going to cook them.
They're strong, man.
Yeah, I mean CP3 looked great. Devin Booker dropped 47 points, 11 rebounds. Kid couldn't miss.
Yeah.
And I'm really pissed that I didn't see the video of him arriving to the Coliseum Stadium, whatever, yesterday before the game.
What was that about?
Because had I seen it, I would have bet literally everything I had on the Suns.
Oh, really?
Dude, he pulled in a like 83 Buick Continental coupe.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen Four Brothers?
Yeah.
You know the car that he's driving in the beginning?
Yeah,
that old Buick? He was in one of those, but it was clean as a whistle.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just blasting some old school jams, dude. Sunglasses on, and the caption was like, if you pull up to this anywhere, you're there to ruin someone's day.
Oh, for sure.
And dude, dude, it was so sick. And I saw it and I was like, damn, man, like I wish I would have seen that, beforehand, because here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the old school joint.
Cool as a whistle in the old school joint.
I think it's cool, like them driving. Like that's what I always thought was kind of crazy. Like as a kid, like you're watching these football games, and these people are like larger than life, because they're on TV and stuff. But like they still like live in a house and drive to the stadium. It's not like as a kid you're sitting there like, dude, they live at the stadium or they got like some plane to take them there, security everywhere. But like, nah, dude, this cat's just strolling up.
Some of them ride their bikes.
Yeah, you see him at the red light. What up?
Dude.
I'm going to play.
Yeah.
It's just kind of wild to me. Like,
they are quote unquote normal people.
Oh,
they also might pass you in a $3 million Bugatti.
For sure. And that's what's interesting about the human condition. Like, the only thing really, like, what money does is make you feel like less of a, like, I don't know, for lack of a better terms, like an animal, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if you're, from like the dirt poor, living in a tribe, shitting in a hole, like the major difference money gets you is like you have your own bathroom door, the fan, and like everything's, you got, like, that's where it gets you.
That's luxury.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time going into like Cape Fear Country Club, okay, and I saw that each shitter had the, like, how you go in the stalls and like you can see through the crack and like you're like, and man, everybody's looking at me taking a shit. They had their own doors. And I was like,
our new office has this.
Yeah, but I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like and that's when that whole thing hit me. Like, so the difference between poor and rich is like you feel like less of you
get your own shitter. It's amazing.
Well, you just don't feel like a dirty human. You feel like I don't even know, like almost alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my shit doesn't.
Brothers.
Literally, my shit doesn't stink. That's where the saying comes from, and it's like.
And so LeBron obviously thinks that because, dude, he it's just not in it anymore. You know, and someone saw something earlier. It was like LeBron, as everyone knows it. First of all, this is the first time he's ever been knocked out in round 1 of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, he's 14-1 now.
Yeah.
But they're like, the LeBron everyone knows takes over in series and games and crushes it. And you look at Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, right? All Nikola Jovic, all these guys, right? Durant and all them are taking over games and winning. And LeBron was just like, dude, his press conference last night after he gets asked.
Yeah, I watched 3 minutes of it sitting right here.
Dude, and they said something about, are you playing for Team USA in the Olympics? And he's like, no, I'm going to play for the Toon Squad, coming up, mid-July against the Monstar, like joking about the new Space Jam, which is probably going to fucking suck. And it's like, dude, really? You just got kicked out of the playoffs. Like, you're the defending champion. That's how you answer the question? You know, so to me, he's just still playing until 2 years from now where he can play a season with his son and then call it quits.
I could see that because he doesn't look like a man that...
He doesn't have it in him.
Nah. It's like, man, I'm not... If I'm playing against you right now, I'm not intimidated at all.
I think he should take a year off and, like, nurse his body and stay in shape and then come back if he really wants to play with his kid.
I mean, what we talked about the other day with Phil winning and all that, dude. It's just the mental thing.
I guess it is a mental thing.
The winning, like, fuck the body, the little ankle, da-da-da-da. He can take care of that in the offseason. Yeah. That's not a big deal. But, dude, do you want to go out there and be a champion again?
Well, and it's like, if he doesn't have that other superstar next to him or 2 superstars next to him, right? Because AD was injured.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, AD is better than LeBron now. It's a fact. And, like, AD's injured. That team sucks. And LeBron LeBron knew it. He's like, AD is not coming back for the series. He knew in his head, we're not going to win this, and I'm just
he said, fuck it.
I'm fucking over
it. And there it is. And so that, to me, like, your greatness is worn out.
The fire is burning out.
It's gone, bro. Now it's just the little red coals or whatever, and a little bit of smoke.
Yeah, every now and again you'll get a flame.
So unless he wants to, and like the whole son thing would make sense. Especially hell, they could probably work it out where they draft his son or trade for him or do something.
Right. So he
plays.
Well, he'll go wherever his son is.
Yeah,
for a season.
Man, that dude, he traveled around for championships and got them, and I don't feel like, he won one last year. I just think he's like, fuck it, I did it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the kind of vibe I got, because, like, dude, that press conference, he wasn't mad, he wasn't whatever. He was just,
dude.
I mean, he said the things he needed to say, like, that the guys who came to work every day and all that. He did all that stuff. That's cool, and I'm not hating on him. I just, man, look, if the fire's burnt out, it's burnt out.
It seriously looks like he's just exhausted.
Yeah, he's over it, man. I think he's more focused on other shit in life.
And there's a whole new crop of, I mean, like I just said, Booker and Luka and all them, like, there's a new wave.
I tell you what, though, KD's hungry. Watching him play,
you know what he needs to be hungry for?
What?
A razor. Someone said his head looks like a pick scab.
No, they didn't, man.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. Shout out Josh McCoy. He said that shit on Facebook.
Josh McCoy said that? Yeah. Bro, that
it looks like a pick scab.
We should get Josh on this fucking thing.
Dog. Josh shared a photo someone posted today, actually, and it's like the Port City Mount Rushmore of Facebook jail. People have been like kicked off Facebook for shit they say.
Yeah.
And Josh's face is one of the faces on there. Shit, dude, he is hilarious. Josh is the kid we went to high school with. He lives here in Wilmington. He's a funny motherfucker.
Yeah, we should probably try to get him on here. That'd be next level.
Next level shit. He's hilarious. But yeah, his head looks like a pick scab, which is true. Like,
no,
KD, come on, bro.
But the pick scab thing, that's way worse than getting called a thumb.
Yeah, dude, dude, PFT
Zuckerberg or something.
He said LeBron mentally wasn't there. Caruso on the Lakers?
Yeah.
So Caruso was balding bad, but still had you could still see some hair. And he completely bicked it in the beginning of the series. and said that threw LeBron off because
Yeah.
because LeBron was like, well, shit, should I join the bald thing? You know, LeBron's hair is fucking terrible.
Oh, it's all
too.
fucked.
And Caruso shaving his head was the reason LeBron wasn't mentally, which I thought was hilarious.
I mean, no, it's a quality.
But bro, KD's head is just terrible.
It's fucked up. But
wait till you get rid of it. But yeah, KD is very hungry. Brooklyn,
they got a good shot.
Hell yeah, they got a good shot. Hell yeah. So it's coming to these games coming up, right? Suns advance. The Nuggets advanced. Jokic is just a monster.
Yeah.
He's incredible. I mean, dude, the dude dominates down low and can make it rain.
Mm-hmm.
The Clippers versus the Mavs, Game 6 tonight. Dallas is up 3-2. Luka is gonna have to go off here because the Clippers are favored.
Yeah, like they said, Luka was questionable, so I'd have to look at that. But
I mean, if he's questionable and you guys
he was questionable last night too, or the other night when they played.
He couldn't miss.
Yeah, I think they should go ahead. They'll win. They're going to go ahead and finish it out.
Yeah, I think you just go ham tonight so you can get an extra day.
Yeah, rest.
Before the next series.
I think
if it goes to Game 7, it's gonna be.
And obviously, you want to take it at home.
Well,
so
yeah, and the Clippers are favored, so they're underdogs at home.
Right, they're at home, right? I could have sworn it said. I'm looking at that right now.
While you're looking at that, Bucks versus Nets, Game 1 of that series, is tomorrow. Nets, Brooklyn's favored -4.
Ooh.
That's Game 1 of the series. I'm not going to make any bets on that because I need to see how they match up. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, that's going to be a great series because the Bucks are doing
Clippers at Mavericks.
Yeah, so it's at home. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to double check
Dallas is home,
but I'm taking Dallas. Like, go ahead and end it, man. Fuck it. Like you said, you work hard tonight, get you some rest.
Yeah, I actually won some money on Dallas last game.
Mm-hmm.
They were up. They were up 4-5 at halftime, and second half lines they were +6 second half.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? And Luka was cooking. I was like, yeah, give me that +6, and they ended up winning by like 7.
For sure. Here's one thing I noticed: if y'all want to gamble out there on the NBA, I think that the prop bets in the NBA are the way to go.
I hit first score the other night. Russell Westbrook +650.
There you go.
$10.
And the reason I say that is because like I've been doing throughout this playoffs, I've been doing the DraftKings, like making tournaments, and I've been getting my ass kicked. But I've been getting a little better because I've been noticing, dude, these guys, these NBA fellas, the most hot and cold. So if they have one game where they have like say he's averaging 15 points a game, so if they have the game where they score 9 points, go ahead and hit that prop bet for the over whatever points to do on the next game.
Because the next game is going to go off.
They're going to go fucking off. And they do it. They are so consistent.
Yeah.
So consistent with if they fuck up, the next one they do better.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, like, go ahead and smack some prop
Someone
bets
last
on that.
night, Sean Olsen, Jordan's boy in Charlotte, someone had a over-under point scored. I forget who it was 20 and a half. And he had 26 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's
I'm telling you.
money.
And a good one to do that on is Joe Harris. That dude,
yeah.
if that man, like, if he has a night where he doesn't touch the ball, I'm telling you, the next time he plays, that fucker is getting the ball and shooting it. And it's crazy because they got all these stars.
So let's keep track of that because their first game 1 of the series is tomorrow.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and use that Bucks-Nets series as a theory tester for that because that's interesting.
Well, that's just what I kept noticing. I'm like, well, fuck this.
This is what you need to notice to be successful in this show.
Yeah, and so I was like, you know what? Fuck this weekend because I'm not going to do the lineups. I'm just going to do the prop things because But because I will say this, like in terms of gambling, like DraftKings, all that, it still gives you good info. It gives you the spreadsheets and all the data and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you can certainly use use that to your advantage.
Yeah, I just use it as it's just a tool.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, NBA. I'm glad LeBron's out now, so that like ESPN can just not talk about it.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
They still will, but
dude, they have to. But I still want. I would love to see a team that wasn't supposed to win it. I will say that, even though I think the Nets right now, we'll see how this series go.
I like the Nets as the favorite right now.
Yeah, but they're not the best defensively, man.
That's the thing.
Their defense is like KD.
Their offense is top 3 across the board.
Yeah, but
boy, oh boy, do they not play?
They don't play D, and I'm telling you, the one who does is KD.
Yeah.
And like when he's going hard in a game, it's like he's keeping them defensively in.
Yeah.
Because the dude's just.
I hate watching James Harden play defense. He just doesn't.
Yeah, but like he's just a lanky little bastard, and he just gets after it.
God, he's long as shit.
This man, yeah, he's like a praying mantis, but.
Yeah, dude. I mean.
But so I will say that's going to be their thing. Like.
You got to outscore them.
You got to outscore them because they're fucking scoring. You better believe it.
Fuck it. And so many of them can.
Matter of fact, what's the fuck? I'm going to see what the over-under is on this game tonight. John, keep going if you don't mind.
That's the Clips-Mavericks game? Bucks Nets is tomorrow.
Yeah, but they probably don't have it out yet.
Also happening, NHL playoffs. Hurricanes finally got a dub last night. They didn't get a win last night. This series was over.
It was over, but that was an awesome game last night.
Awesome game. The series is 2-1. Game 4 is tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Peep that. The Montreal Canadiens versus the Winnipeg Jets.
Hey, real quick on that game. Did you see? All right, so I was watching it last night, dude. By the end of before the third period, dude, they're literally the ice under the poles on the nets were fucking melting. They had to go out there with this can. I don't know what the can was, but they were like freezing the ice and having to keep it all. Like it was crazy.
I wonder if they had some issues.
Yeah, the ice
Was it in Carolina?
No, it was in Tampa.
Oh, even hotter.
Yeah, but so like the ice was literally melting. There was this one spot on the ice that within 3 minutes, different players slipped like 6 times. I saw that, and then the whole goal thing. I mean, they were out there on some slush. It was a wild game.
That's an issue.
Yeah, it's an issue, but still, it was cool. Playoff hockey's the shit. Just saying.
So I saw it was 2-2, and then all I heard was the Hurricanes won. I don't know how it finished.
It was an overtime, like not too far into overtime.
3-2 final.
Yeah, because dude, fuck, the Hurricanes had 3 overtime games in the last series. Two of those games being double overtime.
Yeah,
their experience in play and listen, that matters.
They need to stop getting to overtime.
I mean, yeah, true, but I'm just saying having overtime experience matters a big deal, and that proved it last night because that was in Tampa.
That shit is, dude. Overtime playoff hockey is like the most exciting thing ever.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
But I am going to tell you though, Tampa Bay is good.
Oh yeah,
the goals they scored were textbook.
Yeah. Anyway, Montreal Canadiens, Winnipeg Jets. Montreal's winning that series 1-0. They play tonight at 7:30.
I hadn't really seen much of that.
Winnipeg Jets are favored -115, but Canadians are like -1. Toss up.
Yeah.
Colorado Avalanche versus Las Vegas Golden Knights, who I thought they were going to be they squeezed by last year.
Yeah, Colorado's taking that series.
They're getting slapped. Colorado's already up 2-0.
Can you bet on the series?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't now. I'd wait till it was like.
But I'm just asking, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would just bet on Colorado that to take that series.
Colorado plays tonight. The game's at 10 p.m. Colorado's -115 on the puck line. So.
Yeah, but they won the first game, didn't they?
The first 2, they're up 2-0.
Exactly. So I don't know about that. I mean, look at Tampa Bay. That's.
Yeah, and this one's in Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, I would take Vegas Knights tonight, but Colorado to finish it out.
There you go. And then the last series we have going, Boston Bruins versus New York Islanders. Boston versus New York, always a classic.
Dude, that was sick.
They play tomorrow, 7:15 p.m. Boston's favored -150.
Yeah, because the Islanders won last night? They were playing last night, but the Canes game was on, so I was watching that instead.
I don't know. I know.
That is a hell of a series, though.
Sheesh. It's just Boston won in overtime 2-1.
There you go.
So Boston's leading the series 2-1.
That's a toss-up series right there. That's going to be back and forth.
Yeah, I'd love to see it go 7.
Oh, I think that one
classic New York Boston.
No, I think that one will go 7 for sure.
Oh yeah. Moving on, Floyd Mayweather fights Logan Paul tomorrow night. If you want to pay $50 to watch a fight that doesn't have any judges or will not have an outcome unless someone's knocked out, you can go ahead and waste your $50.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's getting knocked out. And if you think Floyd's losing that shit and having like a mark on his record, you're out of your mind.
Listen, when it comes to strength per punch, Logan might have him. I hear he's got incredible strength in his hitting. But, okay. Try hitting a fucking hummingbird.
I was about to say.
Impossible.
Yeah, Bruce Lee wasn't strong either.
Dude, if
he was strong, but not like a bodybuilder. But
in case you forget, Floyd Mayweather has 50 wins.
Yeah, the dude will barely graze his face. If he bleeds, where's the prop bet on that? Floyd's not bleeding.
I wouldn't even touch it.
Floyd's not bleeding. So
and he went toe-to-toe with McGregor for 12 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And McGregor is a way better of a fighter.
And I will say McGregor actually in the first half of that fight put up a fight.
And then he was defending. And
then it was over, because obviously Mayweather was going to have better stamina, smaller guy, tactician.
Been there.
Been in the game for years. Mm-hmm. And again, he didn't lose to fucking Conor.
Dude.
Like, I don't even know, like, what the hell. I hope Floyd goes in there. I don't think he can knock him out, but I hope he knocks him the fuck out. Like,
yeah,
I want these Paul brothers to get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, then the other one's going to fight Tyron Woodley. Y'all ever seen him?
Mm-mm.
Massive.
Good.
38 years old, boxer.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah. And the only reason I say I'm not jealous, I just think they're fucking annoying. Like,
no, but
I'm proud of them. They made a lot of money.
And they
good
will
for
make
y'all.
Yeah.
But guess what? Eventually, you're gonna pay the piper.
Like, you want to talk about the king of internet trolls?
Mm-hmm.
It's them.
Yeah, man. But everybody, rain on top don't last forever.
That's tomorrow night. The fight starts at 8 p.m., which means you'll see Floyd fight at fucking 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah, most people won't see that fight.
Yeah, and like, dude, $49.99.
But there's like it's in Florida, right? Miami. And I think Miami. Yeah. So I heard the whoever's in charge of that fucking event says like 40,000 people gonna be there.
It's gonna be an event, a legit event.
Yeah. So there's gonna be. I mean, and that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to find some stream to. I'm not gonna pay.
If it's $50,
if there were gonna be that's the thing. There's no judges, right? So like after the rounds, unless someone gets knocked out, like that's it. Oh, celebrate! Yeah, it's like you'll never know. Everyone's gonna make their own assumption as to.
Well, the last Paul fight kind of let everybody down, so it's like.
Well, because it lasted what?
Well, yeah, and we waited all fucking night long to see mediocrity.
That clown.
Yeah.
That out of shape clown just gets.
Like, dude,
slapped.
I could have boxed his ass.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, that was it was the equivalent of what we watched.
Yeah.
So I just. So I mean, hopefully it's a fight. I don't know if we're gonna get it or not. We might, but.
If it was, I told my brother James because he was talking about it. I said, dude, if it's $29.99 or less, I'll go in on it with you.
Yeah.
No, $50.
I just feel like it's gonna be Floyd. It's be like Floyd fighting a drunk guy.
Yeah, he's gonna be dancing,
like just
missing punches and connecting when he can.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool if Floyd would just like let him get tired out in the first few rounds and then just annihilate him.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the only times I'm going for Floyd Mayweather. So that wraps it up for sports. Tons of sports.
There's a lot going on, but hey, we did esports, and that's a.
Yeah, that business deal with esports is crazy.
It's obviously a big deal.
But to finish it up, we had quite a few concerts get announced here in Wilmington this past week. Christmas in July is coming back.
Yep.
This shit is a party.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
About the DJ Grizz, or is that how
Grizz.
All right, DJ Grizz. He does a fucking concert out on the islands.
So he's doing
Mason's Inlet.
Yep, and this year, so he's done it in 2017 was the first year, and then 2019, now 2021. He's doing a set Friday night, and it's not at Greenfield Lake. It's going to be at the new Riverfront Amphitheater.
Okay.
Friday night, he's been making like this like hard dubstep stuff, which I don't really like.
Yeah, that's whatever.
So Friday night is that. I don't know if I'll attend that. Saturday morning is the beach show, which
that will
last
be there.
time we went, it was like old school hip hop. Like it was.
Yeah,
just
he crushed
awesome.
it. And so what we're gonna do on that one, we'll try to get as much. Fuck, we should probably just go Instagram Live or some shit. I don't know, but we want to show you guys as much of what's going on as possible because it's a cool deal, man. You're out there in the water on a little island, inlet right there, and on the other side of it is just $1 million homes, and it's just fucking wild.
It's wild, yeah. Like YouTube Christmas in July.
Yeah,
like you'll see.
Yeah, so we'll be at it. Give y'all some footage.
Yeah, with a bunch of. We're gonna reload on the koozies and just everywhere. Everywhere. We'll get Grizz on the pod. Just kidding. And then Saturday night, he's doing another set downtown.
Yeah.
And that's going to be his old, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like really good. It's like chill. He plays at the saxophone and like, it's fun. It's funky.
Yeah, it's more of a groove.
Yeah, funk stuff.
Yeah, and which I enjoy a lot better. I don't need my head fucking banged in by this EDM shit.
No. But that. And it is technically EDM, but it's like funk. It's just great how he does it.
Yeah, it's classic.
Like, damn, I'm at a barbecue. You know what I'm saying?
Barbecue or windows down in the car cruising, or on your boat cruising. Like either way,
all the above. So that's happening. Band of Horses announced they're coming. There's so many shows, which is like
shit's starting to pop back off.
Like we heard about it a couple episodes ago. We heard about it, but now it's like fucking here. We are fucking back, baby.
Yeah, so we'll get out there at as much of these events as possible. Try to bring y'all some footage. Because obviously a lot of listeners aren't from Wilmington, so give a little taste of what we got going on out here.
You'll enjoy it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anyways, till next week. It wraps it up for us. Twitch. Oh,
yeah. Well, so
anyway, it's fine. We'll get it next time.
Yeah.
But we'll catch y'all next week, man. Peace.
Later.